Hello and welcome to my documentary about Ted Kaczynski, also known as the Unabomber. This is the first in my series of short documentaries about notable people throughout history. I will try release one every single week. Ted Kaczynski, also known as the Unabomber, is a notorious figure in American history, infamous for a string of bombings that he carried out over the course of nearly 2 decades. But who was Ted Kaczynski and what led him to commit such acts of violence? The story of Ted Kaczynski begins in 1942, when he was born in Chicago, Illinois. He grew up in a middle-class family and showed early signs of exceptional intelligence. By the time he was in high school, he had skipped several grades and was well on his way to become a prodigy in mathematics. In 1958, at the age of 16, Kaczynski was accepted into Harvard University, where he continued to excel academically. He earned his bachelor's degree in mathematics in 1962 and went on to study at the University of Michigan and the University of California, Berkeley. But despite his academic success, Kaczynski struggled with social and emotional issues. He was often described as a loner and had difficulty making friends. He also began to develop a deep distrust of modern society, which he felt was becoming increasingly artificial and dehumanizing. In the 1970s, Kaczynski retreated to a remote cabin in Montana, where he lived a simple, self-sufficient lifestyle. He grew his own food, chopped his own wood, and began to write about his views on technology and society. These writings became increasingly radical and eventually led to Kaczynski to start mailing bombs to individuals and institutions he felt were contributing to the destruction of the natural world. Over the course of nearly 2 decades, Kaczynski carried out a string of bombings that injured dozens of people and killed 3. He became known as the Unabomber, a nickname derived from the FBI's code name for the case, University and Airline Bomber. For the years, Kaczynski evaded capture, leaving little evidence behind at the scenes of his crimes, but in 1995 his luck ran out. His brother recognized similarities between Kaczynski's writing and the Unabomber's manifesto, and alerted authorities. Kaczynski was arrested at his cabin in Montana and ultimately pled guilty to all charges. In the years since his arrest, Kaczynski has remained a controversial figure. Some view him as a brilliant but disturbed individual who is driven by violence to his deep-seated beliefs. Others see him as a terrorist who has caused widespread fear and harm. But regardless of one's views on Kaczynski, his story is a reminder of a complex and often destructive relationship between individuals and society. It also raises an important question about the role of technology in our lives, and the ways in which it can both enhance and detract from our well-being. Thank you for watching until the end. I will try release one of these every single week. I had a cold while recording this, sorry if it caused any issues audio-wise.